Hi there, we are live. I'm Laurie Conrad from laurieconrad.com, and this live is Facebook ads tip number 3. Hopefully you've caught tip number 1 and tip number 2. I'm in the process right now of creating my Facebook ads course separate from all of my other trainings and all my coachings for online marketing. And I have a webinar coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, and it'll probably be every week also. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided, but I am definitely doing one tomorrow. You can register at timefreedomwithfbads.com. That stands for Facebook ads, because what's happened in my life is I've created so much time freedom by using paid advertising and using Facebook ads in my business to attract my ideal clients and help them and serve them the best way that I know how. And I know that you can do it in your business too. So I've been just doing some Facebook Lives lately talking about Facebook ad tips, and they're really geared towards new people that are just getting into Facebook advertising, but also for you if you've been doing Facebook advertising and it hasn't been working for you. So many people take the plunge and get over the fear factor of actually using Facebook ads, but then they try it and they're on their own and they're just kind of getting free trainings that are out there, and then they fall flat on their face and they get no results and they don't understand why. And there's a number of reasons for that. But some of the things I'm going to be talking about in this live with Facebook ads tip number 3 is the right framework and mindset to have when you're doing paid advertising. And this is really applicable to all platforms, because, you know, I want you to think about it. If you were a large company and you had a big budget and you could advertise on television, you probably wouldn't run a commercial one night for one show and then expect all kinds of massive results, right? But the problem is most people, when they get onto a paid advertising platform like Facebook, they run an ad for 2 days or a week or 2 weeks, and they expect miracles to happen. And sometimes miracles do happen. Sometimes you get a crazy, crazy winner, and that's awesome. But as long as I've been doing this since 2014. Sometimes you have winners and sometimes you have losers. You just don't know. What we do is we take our ideas, our creative marketing ideas, and we want to put the right message in front of the right people in the right place at the right time. And sometimes those messages don't resonate. But what happens is you're allowed to practice in an affordable way. On a platform like Facebook. You can run ads for $3 a day. You can run ads for $5 a day. That beats paying for TV commercials and radio ads and magazine print ads and all kinds of stuff. It's really leveled the playing field for any entrepreneur, any small business owner, any solopreneur, even larger businesses that don't want to pay for TV commercials, you know? Their social media has allowed everyone to really reach out and get tons of exposure on the internet. So I've got 3 specific tips for you as part of tip number 3. And the first is, think about your advertising on Facebook as collecting data. Every dollar that you put into your Facebook advertising is allowing you to get data on your target market, data on what works and what doesn't. There's lots of different types of Facebook ads, and they serve different purposes. And the best way to get good at it and the best way to get results is to just test. And all of that testing collects data for you. Facebook gives you tons of metrics and tons of data to figure out what's working, what's resonating with your target market, with your avatar. And if you don't know what avatar is, it's just a term that we use to define who our ideal clients are. You know, what do they think? How do they feel? What do they need? What are their problems? What problems do we solve for those people? And those are the people that we want to put our products and services in front of, right? So that they can get served by us. So tip number one is always look at all the money that you invest in your advertising as collecting data. If you have the mindset of, I put $100 in, I need to get $200 out like next week, that's not a mindset that's going to serve you. What will happen is you won't get the $200 out immediately, and so you'll quit and say Facebook ads don't work. And that's not true. It's totally not true. But people are doing this constantly. They're not seeing the long-term strategy of getting exposure, of collecting audiences on Facebook. Facebook allows you to collect audiences of people who have seen your ads previously. And all that data is gold for you to grow your business and to reach the right people. Okay, so tip number two is running ads allows you to really get to know your target market, get to know your avatar, find where they hang out on Facebook, see where the right fish ponds are that you want to fish in. And there are so many ways to target that it requires some testing. Unless you have a really unique niche that is extremely narrow and you know exactly where those people are on Facebook and where they're hanging out and who they follow and that kind of thing, it's going to require some testing to find the right people who, and also make sure you have the right message in front of them. And that takes practice. But tip number two is, all of the different ads that you run are going to allow you to see who engages with what messages. And are those people the right people that you want to see your products and services? So you can really get to know your avatar just from practice. And our number one job is to really, really know our clients inside and out so that we can serve them at the highest level possible. Okay, so number three is the way to also look at your investment in your ads is not with the resulting outcome in mind, like, oh my gosh, I need to make $1,000. I'm going to put $100 in and I need to make $1,000, or it doesn't work. That you will get to the point where you put in $100 and you'll make $1,000. But it probably isn't going to happen on day one. And it probably may not happen in month one. It just depends. But tip number three of tip three is your investment that you're putting into all your ads is an investment in your learning. It's an investment in up-leveling your skills. And think about it this way. If you want to learn how to play tennis, okay, you have to invest in a racket. You have to buy some tennis balls. You have to get some court time, unless you just go play at the public high school for free whenever it's available, you actually have to pay for court time. Every time you pay for court time and you're on that court for an hour practicing, you're getting better and better at your game, right? Advertising on Facebook is the same thing. The more ads you run, the more data you collect, the more practice you get, the more you see what works and what's not working. And sometimes what's working now isn't going to work 3 months from now, but sometimes it will work for a year and a half from now. You just don't know until you actually take action and try it. You're not always going to hit it over the net, just like in tennis. Sometimes you're going to have a terrible day and it's not going to work. Other days you're going to just win and you're going to be unstoppable. Right? Just think about it the same as learning how to do anything, and the investment that you make is going to be an investment in up-leveling your skills. Okay, so here's just a little bonus thing that also comes to mind, and that is that as you are actually doing, you're going to get more and more ideas of how to improve your ads, and you'll just get creative on top of your creative, and you're just going to get better and better and better at it. and more effective, so that when you do create ads, they have relevance scores of 8s, 9s, and 10s instead of 4s and 5s, right? You'll just get better and better at it. So I hope this was helpful. If this is helpful, hit the like, comment for me, share, and we'll get to tip number 4. We'll just keep these going. I love doing it, and I hope that I see you on my training. You can register at timefreedomwithfbads.com. That's timefreedomwithfbads.com. I look forward to seeing you there and helping you with all your Facebook advertising. So thanks again, and I will talk to you soon.